Hi, are you trying to make a simple yet a very dynamic report that gives you a performance update on daily basis? Then watch this video till the end as I will be showing you how to design a report wherein you can keep adding data and the report keeps updating automatically. Hi, my name is Sabya and I help companies manage and analyze their data. And if you would like to see more such Excel and analytics related videos, then do hit the subscribe button. Today's video I will split it into two sections. In the first section I will show you how to ready the data so that the graphs can be plotted. And in the second half I will show you how to make a simple graph showing two different parameters in the same timeline. So guys, here is the data. It is the same data that we have been using for the past two videos. What we have over here is the order number, region, the name of the representative, item, units, unit cost, and the total sales done by every representative. The first thing now, in order to make a similar report what we had seen earlier, we need to do is we can use this feature under data, advanced. Under advanced, we click on the second one, which is copy to another location. Click on this. Then the list range here, delete whatever is there. We need to sort this name from here to here. Select that data, criteria range, you can keep it blank, copy to where I want it to be copied. I want it to be copied in L4. Click over here. Then I click on unique records only and then click OK. Once you have done that, it will only take the unique names. Even if the name John's is repeated 2 or 3 times over here, it will only put it once over here. Go through this list, just try to see in case if we got any duplicates. So let me just go through this list. We got John's, Kevin, Gerard, Jill. We have John's repeated 2 times, so we can delete this, cut this, take it up. Andrew, Thompson, Morgan, Howard, Patient, and Smith. It looks good to me. Now what we need to do is we need to get the items list, unique list from here and put it horizontally. For that, what we need to do is first of all let us sort it out. Let us sort it and put it over here. Again, data, advanced. The second one is copy to another location, click it, delete whatever is there. Under items, select from the list range to the last one. It is selected. Criteria range, keep it blank again, copy to. Now this time I want it to be copied to N. Click that, unique records only, click OK. This time again we will see the unique record. So let's check quickly. Pencils, binders, pencils. Okay, pencils is repeated 2 times. We can delete the first one. Binders, pencils, pens, desks, and pen set. So we have this data vertically now. All we need to do is copy the data from here and transpose it and put the data from here to here. And in case if you are not sure how to use the transpose feature, do check out the earlier video, the link for which you will see on the top. You can check that video. I have done quite a lot of detailed explanation as to how you can use transpose feature. For now what we do is select this, right click, copy, and I want it to be transposed and put it from column N. Right click, paste special, values, and transpose. Click OK. The data is now put horizontally. We can get rid of this one. We need to cut it from here. I think the data range is not correct, so I need to put it one more row above, so I put it like this. Now over here in column N, I need to calculate how much is the total sales that Jonas did for binders. For that I will use SUMIF double criteria formula. Double criteria formula using SUMIF is known as SUMIF S. How do we use it? It is equal to SUMIF S, open the bracket, the range, the sum range it is saying. Sum range is going to be H to H because this is the total value, or this is the final result that I want to calculate, comma, criteria range. So the first range or the first criteria range is basically the first criteria for me is going to be finding the name. The range is rep, that is column D to D, comma, and then what am I finding in D to D? I am finding John's. Select Jonas, comma. The second criteria is now going to be for binders. So binders can be located in this range, comma, binders. That's it. So right now it is showing exact. So what we could do is just delete this and manually type in what is the criteria, what is the range. This is N3. So just type in N3. It will take it. Close the bracket. Hit enter. The total sales done by Jonas for binders is 858. You can drag and drop the formula till the end. But if you see this, once you drag and drop the formulas, it just becomes 0. The reason for that is we haven't made anything constant, because of which if you see now, we wanted H but it is now moved to column I. Similarly for pens, if you click over here, it is now moved to column J. So what we need to do is we need to make the things constant. For that, what we do is again click on the first formula. H to H needs to be constant, so just select that, press F4. D to D again needs to be constant, that is the name range, that needs to be constant, so I press F4 once again. E to E again needs to be constant for me. I press F4 for this. L4 is the name of the representative, and I want this name to be constant for the entire row that we have over here. So what I need to do is I just need to put the constant at the beginning. So that will be $L4. Similarly, N3 is the name of the item. Now this item needs to be constant through this entire column. For that, to make a column constant, I need to put the constant in the middle now, which will be N$3. Hit enter. Once you hit enter, the formula or the constants have been applied. Now if you apply or drag this formula till the end, you will see the values coming up. You can drag and drop the formula down also. Now let us put a formula over here is equal to sum and see how much is the total sales done by Jonas. So it is 2053. Drag it all the way till the end. So everyone's total sales is over here. What we do is we just, to make sure that we are matching or we are looking at the right numbers and the formulas are correct, just try to add everything and cross check, which is 11,136.77, which is similar to this number. Here I could put in total sales. Now I got the total sales over here. I want a similar table now in column D onwards, wherein I am just calculating the unit price or the total number of units sold by all these representatives. So for that, what I will do is I will copy the entire thing from here to here, put it from column T onwards, just paste it there, but this time this won't be the total sales, or this will be the units sold. So now what I can do is I can just copy that same formula that I have over here, which I have for the first item. Okay, I can just copy this because I have made everything constant. So I can come over here under binders and copy and paste this. But understand one thing, this time when it is doing the sum, it is doing the sum for the totals. But this time I don't want the total to be summed, I just want the sum of the units. All you need to do is you just make the units, drag it from column H to the units in column F. Hit enter. You will get the numbers over here. So how to read this? So Jonas sold 124 binders and the total sales amount was 858.76. You can drag this formula till the end because everything is constant, and then you just drag and drop this till the end of the data range. So everything comes. Again, what we do is we just do a quick sum and see how much is the total sales or the total number of units sold combined by Jonas. It is 334. You can copy and paste it, or you can just drag and drop it like this. Again, since we have put formulas, I'm just cross-checking the numbers. How I cross-check it is equal to sum and select everything, hit enter. The total units sold is 1322, which is matching this number 1322. I have also cross-checked my formulas and made sure that yes, the numbers are correct. So this is part 1 of the entire process where we have collected all the numbers to put it in a table format so that we can now move ahead and put it in the graph. Getting the data ready and arranging it in a proper order is the first step, which we just saw. Also at the same time, it is very important to validate the data which we have right now. And this validation needs to be done in multiple ways just to make sure that the final output is a proper output that we want to show people. Now let us get into my computer once again and see how we can make this 2-axis graph. So the first thing that we will do is we will try to make the numbers in a readable format. Select all the numbers that we have got over here, right click, format cells. Under format cells, click on numbers, decimal places. I don't want the decimals, so I will make it zeros, and then I will also try to put some commas. That way it becomes very easy to understand. It becomes 11,137, easy to read. Click OK. Readable format now. Then what we do is we just select the range. Say for example, this is going to be the first bar graph that I put, the total sales done by my representatives. Select this range, click on insert, and then what we do is we just put in the graphs. So let me just select stacked column for now. Once I put the stacked column, immediately the numbers come over here. I also want to add column T values over here. So for that, what we do is I need to right click on this, and here I got something which is select data. Click select data. Then I click on add. After I click on add, the first question it asks me is the name of the series or the series name. Click over here. I select this. This is the total units sold. Then it is asking me for the values. Delete whatever is there. Select the values in this range. Click OK. Then it says over here edit. You can just edit this, and access level. Access level is going to be the same thing that we have over here already. I hope everything is selected because I couldn't see what is down there. Assuming that everything is properly selected, click OK. Just drag it. So Smith is the last one. I think everything is selected. So we have both things. The first one is the total sales, and the second one units sold, both in the same axis, which is not what we want. We want one of them to be in the primary axis and the other one in the secondary axis. So for that, to do that, what we do is right click on the orange one, format data series. After you click on format data series, by default it is primary axis. Click on the second one, which is secondary axis. Close this. Right now it is in the secondary axis, but we want it in the form of a separate type of chart. In order to do that, what we need to do is right click on this, change chart type. We have it by default on the combo. So the first one is the total sales, which is the stacked column, but the second one, which is units, we want it as a line chart. Click OK. Done. Now it is very easy to understand. So John's, he made a total sale of 2054, if you could see it in the legend, and the units that were sold by him was 334. Similarly, the total sales done by Kivil was 1479, and the number of units sold by him is 146. So that is how you read the data over here. The best thing about this chart is this is already a dynamic chart now. Now if the data, if you just go on and adding data over here, say for example, let us copy this and put it over here, paste special values, you will see the numbers just getting added and added. So that way, irrespective of the range of the data that you have, this graph will keep updating itself. Now the next thing that we want to do is we need to add a legend over here somewhere that makes it easy for people to understand that the blue is the total sales and the orange line that you see is basically the units. For that, what you do is click on the graph. You see this plus sign, click on the plus sign, click on the one which says legend. Now once you click on legend, it gives you an option. You have another arrow over here where exactly you would want it. Right top, click on top, and there you go, your data or your chart is absolutely ready. Now that you know how you can make a simple yet a very dynamic and an effective report, go ahead and try it out and let us know in the comments below. And if you found this video useful, do hit the like button below. It really helps our channel grow. And be sure to subscribe to Analytics with Sabya YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. Stay safe.